If you're under 50, living in Thailand long term used to be a nightmare of border runs and educational visas you really didn't want. But there's a massive DTV hack that changed the game for everyone. I talked before how the retirement visa is the true gold standard. But if you haven't yet reached your 50th birthday, you're in a bit of no man's land. So I've done some digging for you over the last few weeks, pages upon pages, internet scrolling, on the Destination Thailand Visa, the DTV Visa. And no, it's not just for 22-year-old coders in Chiang Mai and coffee bars. This is the safe alternative to border runs. Today, I'll break down how you get the DTV Visa, the soft power loophole in case you don't work online, and that one catch that could leave you stranded without a Thai bank account. Plus later, I'll tell you about my neighbor who lived in Thailand for 20 years until the border control guard caught him and said, no. Let's get into the DTV Visa. The DTV Visa is basically a 5-year digital nomad visa, but that's a bit of a marketing lie. It's much broader than that. You want a 5-year visa, long-term visa, without all the hassle of paperwork. But you need to prove you have 500,000 Thai baht in a bank account. And your home bank account's fine, doesn't have to be a Thai bank account. That's around 15,000 US dollar. So you're in the system, you just need to pay 10,000 Thai baht processing fee. But you can't apply for the DTV visa while you're in Thailand. You need to be outside of Thailand. So if you're already here, get over to Kuala Lumpur, get over to Hanoi, or apply for it when you're already at home. This is basically the get out of jail free card for those in the past who would do the tourist visa runs every few months, sweating it out at the border in Cambodia or Laos. It's a 5-year visa, but it's built on a 180-day clock, 6 months. So you need to keep an eye on that. In those 6 months, you need to leave the country, and when you come back, that 180-day clock is reset. Or you can head out to the immigration office. My friend Nick has this perfectly timed. He'll make a trip. Everything's so nearby here. The Philippines, Vietnam, even going up to Taiwan, making a trip over to China. Just keep an eye on the 180-day clock. The DTV visa gives you time, but as we're about to see, it doesn't give you the keys to the kingdom. I'll get into that. What if you don't have a fancy remote job? Well, this is where the soft power category comes in, and it's surprisingly easy. You're not a digital nomad, and remember the DTV, it doesn't stand for Digital Nomad Visa, Destination Thailand Visa. But you want a 5-year stay in Thailand. So you enroll in a Muay Thai camp, a cooking school, or sign up for medical treatments. But you need an official acceptance letter from the school or camp to show Thai immigration. Make sure you get that. Make sure the school can provide that. This is a win-win. The schools get their tuition money, and you get a 5-year visa to come to Thailand to practice Muay Thai, which is great. You don't have to fight, actually. You can go there and just train with the trainer. Pick up the Thai language. Pick up the cooking basics of the kingdom. Or some other school, some other program that you're interested in. Just do some research online of the programs. You can literally kick your way into a 5-year visa at a Muay Thai gym. Whether soft power or workcation, the goal's the same. Stop being a tourist and start being a resident. Now it's your turn. Comment down below. Are you applying for the DTV visa? Or do you have your eyes on the retirement visa if you're 50 plus already? That's still young. Maybe you have your eyes on the LTR visa or the privilege visa. Let me know down in the comments. I try to get to all the comments. The catch, the banking catch that I mentioned at the start of the video, it's this. The DTV visa, unlike the retirement visa, is not a non-immigrant visa. That means that you can't open up a Thai bank account. You can't get a bank account on your phone that allows you to scan and pay with the QR code at all the makas and the pokas, the street food vendors, or anything at a coffee shop, or if you're on a weekend getaway at Koh Samui for the hotels. Yes, you can pay with cash, or you can use your bank credit card from abroad, but that only works for the big purchases. The other issue is that you can't get a driver's license for a motorbike or a car legally if you have if you don't have a non-immigrant visa. So that's the catch that I mentioned at the start of the video, the banking catch, and it's a big one because it's so nice to have a Thai bank account on your phone and just scan away. Saganjai. Good news, Wise used to be called TransferWise, the online website or app. They announced that they'll be implementing a system in Thailand that allows you to scan prompt payment QR codes if they haven't already implemented it. This would be a game changer to really round out the DTV visa. You have a 5-year visa, but you need to keep an eye on that 180-day clock, or you pay to extend at the immigration anywhere in Thailand, which is cheaper than a weekend trip to Hanoi. So you have a long visitor visa with the longer leash associated with it. You don't have all the headaches of border runs that you would have in the past. For me, this is the ultimate visa hack if you're not yet 50 years old. It gets your foot in the door. And don't worry about what comes next after those 5 years, because you could renew the DTV visa, or if you're at 50, you can go to what I think is the true gold standard, the retirement visa. You're now in Thailand. Remember my neighbor I mentioned earlier? A Malaysian guy who lives on my same floor in my condo building. 20 years he's been here back and forth as a tourist, leaving the country, going back to Malaysia or wherever every couple of months. But then one day it didn't work. The Thai visa agent, the Thai border control guard, looked at his passport and said no. So he had to figure out a solution. Thai are nice, they let him into the country, but they said next time you need to figure out a different visa option. So when he was back in Kuala Lumpur, he applied for the DTV visa, and he said it's the perfect solution. Thailand is kind, but it's not casual. Those days of border runs are long gone. The DTV visa isn't perfect, but for the under 50-year-old crowd, it's the only way of avoiding the quiet visa killer of being blacklisted. You don't want to risk that by doing too many border runs. They're controlling it. If you like this video, please do me a favor. It helps out so much with the algorithm. Clicking the like button right down below, the thumbs up. Thank you. Also, have you yet subscribed? There's a QR code right there on the screen. You can scan it with your phone if you're watching on television, or click the subscribe button right down below. Helps me grow the channel, get these videos out to a much wider audience. Plus it makes sure you're not going to miss out on my upcoming videos about Thailand. Thank you very much. Kapung Krak. The DTV visa is the perfect hack if you're under 50, but remember, it only buys you time. Because, as we talked about earlier, you're not able to get into the Thai banking system, and that's just the tip of the iceberg of hidden expenses if you're thinking about coming to Thailand. So if you want to see which visa is the real gold standard and why the DTV visa might be a trap long term and for your wallet, I want you to watch this video right here. I break down the only visa I think you'll ever need, the pros and cons, and everything you need to know. See you there.